All right, aloha. Welcome to Lucy's Paradise podcast. And today we have Miles Kelley.
Yes, what's up? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Tell us a little bit about you and where you're from.
Yeah, definitely. Shoot, I've been kind of all over the place. I'm a Rolling Stone. I love to travel and meet new people and go new places. But originally born in Indio, California. That's where they have Coachella.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So yeah, and I kind of bounced between my dad living in San Diego and my mom lived in Yuma, all growing up. So I kind of be between Arizona and California. After that, kind of bounced around and managed hostels for a while. So I went all over Cali and
Oh,
Vegas and
wow.
ended up on the island of Kauai. So called that my home for about 7 years. I was supposed to be there 3 months and I just ended up staying. Most beautiful place I've ever been.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's where I remember meeting you for the first time. And I was
Yeah,
lucky
totally.
because when I ended up meeting you, you performed a whole bunch of different songs. And I was like, dude, this guy's great.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, I remember that. That was super cool. It was like down by the beach, right? We did a concert over there with the live
Yeah,
band and everything.
it was
Yeah, that was
so
sick.
sick, dude.
Yeah, heck yeah, that was so much fun. So
Yeah,
it
or
was
you
really
have
cool
any
meeting you. I'm glad we're still friends. That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. You have any plans to like come back to Kauai and do something like that again?
Yeah, dude, I definitely want to. That's like home base for me. That's like, I got my tribe of people. I call it the Vibe Tribe. We got a bunch of cool people from all over the place. And
Definitely.
yeah, so I'll definitely be back there. There's a lot of venues that are opening up even since I've been gone. And definitely want to, share the aloha and it's gonna get hot here in Arizona pretty soon. So
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
gets up to 110, something like that, yeah, maybe just go over there for a few weeks.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I'll keep you posted for sure.
Yeah, definitely keep me posted. I just went over there just for a couple days, just a little staycation. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. What'd you do while you were there?
I just did a hike and just like kind of reset, relaxed.
Nice. It's a good
Yeah,
spot for that. It's kind of quiet.
exactly. Yeah, it's very like where I can just kind of like reset.
I feel you.
It's such a
Yeah.
different vibe than Oahu. It's just such a
It is.
different vibe.
Oahu's cool too, though. It's got its things that are really amazing. Like it's a party kind of city. There's a lot of
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on. Kauai, it's mostly people that are retired or that just want to relax. A lot of
Yeah.
honeymoons. But there's also the nightlife too that, there's a lot of bonfire beach parties, full moon parties, stuff like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's
The
very
music scene.
it's much more hippie, I would say.
Totally, totally. I kind of fit right in with that. I blend in with a lot of different types of people, but I love the hippie style where it's like all peace and love and good vibes. That's what I'm all about. So
Yes, for sure, for sure. What got you into like making music? Like when did you start actually like creating music?
yeah, so it's been since I was a kid, honestly. My dad, he played guitar really well and he would always sing. Him and my mom used to make music. I guess before I was even born.
Oh wow.
They have like a funny story how they would like play outside of the record label all day to try to get signed and stuff. It was back in those days when that's how you would try to get signed. So
Yeah,
they'd
yeah.
harmonize and he'd play guitar. So I was around it. And then growing up, we didn't really have like alarm clocks. We had like a stereo in the living room that my mom would blast. So I just wake up to
Okay.
like AC/DC or, Leonard Skinner or Madonna, who knows. So I just kind of grew up that way. And then I got into hip hop. Funny story, my dad would come down from San Diego every other weekend. I would spend with my dad. And he always had a killer sound system in his truck. So first thing when he
Nice.
picked me up, we go to Hastings, he'd be like, pick a CD. And mom doesn't have to know about the parental advisory thing. That's like
Oh,
10,
that's
11,
sick.
12. Yeah. So I was getting, Ja Rule, Eminem, Limp Bizkit, DMX, all these like, that's my golden era of music right there. So that got me really into it. And then when 8 Mile dropped with Eminem, I think I was like 12, 13, started battle rapping and just realized, oh shit,
Oh
I'm really
wow.
good at this. Yeah. So was into that for a while, got punched a couple times for saying the wrong thing during a battle. So I realized pretty quickly that like spreading love and kindness and happiness is more what I want to do when it comes to music. It's like ripping
Yeah.
somebody apart. It's cool to show off your ability, but when people start taking it personally, like they want to beat you up over it, it's like, all right, man, that's not what I'm about. So
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
And then when I started rapping, battling or whatever, people were like, yo, you're dope. You're really good at this. So I started with a Rock Band controller of all things. And I had the game Rock Band back in the day, and we
Yeah,
had a,
yeah.
a mic that came with it. And yeah, we started recording in my mom's kitchen on that mic, put out like a mixtape during high school,
That's so
put
cool.
out, yeah, I just been putting out stuff ever since. So
That's cool. So, how do you think your sound has like evolved over the years?
yeah, it's crazy. I think the confidence is behind it. Like I tell people all the time, like when you're a rapper or whatever, you just get these memorized lines. And like a
Mm.
good rapper might have 100, a really good one, 200, 300. I think I got like 500 to 1,000 like memorized lines. So when it comes to freestyle and stuff like that, you just get going with it.
Okay, okay. And you're
What was the
always
question? I
like,
got a little thrown off.
no, no, you're good. Like, how has your sound evolved? Like, have you
Oh
always
yeah,
has it always been hip hop, or has it kind
so
of?
yeah, so good question. Sorry, I got on a tangent there. So I love like a lot of different genres, and I was a mobile DJ for a long time. Even on
Oh wow.
Kauai, I was a resident DJ at Trees Lounge where we played like twice a week, every week for like a couple years. So it would get boring playing the same stuff all the time. So I'd be like,
Yeah,
all right, 80s night, 90s night, hip hop, EDM, salsa,
yeah.
reggaeton. So I would really start to just like, we call it crate digging, as a DJ. So you just start looking for all these songs and all these genres so that you're ready for any kind of situation. And
Mm,
then from doing that, now that I'm making original music, I have all of this stuff to kind of like feed off of or like for inspiration. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, what's cool is I just got out of school with a bunch of producers and audio engineers and stuff, and they all have different styles. So they can throw on a beat and I'm not scared to just jump on it and just see what comes out.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really
and
cool.
and and my technical ability has gotten a lot better since when I started. So I feel like my mixes are getting a lot cleaner. I've been taking singing lessons on the side, trying to learn how to control the voice a little bit better, aside from just
Yeah,
rapping. So,
yeah, that's good. You're trying to like hone your craft and get better.
yeah, yeah. And sometimes people are like, do you make your beats? And I'm like, I know how to make beats. I do have some that I've made, but I really want to master being a lyricist and a songwriter. So if I'm dabbling into too many things, it's like I'm wearing too many hats and I forget like
Yeah,
to just master that one. So
that makes
that's what I'm
sense. That
going
makes
for.
sense.
Yeah, just being a lead singer, or a vocalist or writing my own songs. That's what I really try to focus on.
Okay, that's good. What kind of classes were you taking that were helping?
Oh yeah, so I just graduated from the Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences, and
Oh,
that's the reason
nice.
why I'm out here. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona right now, and I was on Kauai, but I had already performed at a lot of the venues. I knew a lot of the business owners. It's kind of the same people. That island's
Yeah,
about 20% locals, 80% tourism.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
for
every
sure.
day, same people at the store, same people at the beach. So I felt like I was kind of like not evolving. So
Mm,
had the opportunity. I never took out any student loans before. So I was like, hey, this audio school sounds really cool. Got accepted, moved out here to Phoenix, and yeah, it was a great decision. I learned all about audio engineering. They basically schooled us like as an electrician first. So you have to understand how like electricity works through the equipment because it's
oh
really
wow,
expensive. Yeah. And
that's
then after
awesome.
you learn that, you get live sound. So like setting up for like concerts, DJing. Then we did
That's
some broad.
valuable. That's
Oh
valuable
yeah, that's
shit.
awesome. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be working with a company here. I can't say it yet because it's not official, but they
Uh-huh.
work with a lot of major festivals and stuff. So I'll be
Yeah,
setting
that's
up for
good.
like
That's good.
huge concerts when they come to town. Yeah, at the stadiums and stuff. So super
That's always
stoked.
good because you can do that anywhere in any
Right, right.
city.
And I
Yeah,
do want to just travel. And I realize too, like music festivals, it's just like a love gathering. It's like everybody's there just so
true.
happy. There's hardly any drama. And the more
Unless
I
it's
can be
Fire
around that,
Festival.
the longer I'll live. Yeah, yeah. Unless people are getting ripped off and shit.
Yeah, yeah. If it's Fire
I
Festival,
heard
then it
they're
ain't
throwing that back.
happening.
They're gonna try again.
Dude, I saw that. I
Would
was
you
like,
would
no,
you go if somebody
fuck
excuse
no.
me, would you go if somebody was like, hey, I got a free ticket and I'll fly you out?
Oh, if
Would
they
you
got a
take the
free
gamble?
ticket,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
because
for
it should work
sure.
out this time, right? What
Yeah,
if you
because
had to pay for the flight? What if it was like I got a ticket, but you gotta like gamble on the flight?
it depends.
I don't
Depends
I,
how
I
much
don't
I
know
could
if lightning's gonna
it's a
strike twice.
gamble, so
Right.
it depends on how much, because hey, there's a chance we could all just be in a civil suit and get our money back.
Hey,
So
I know you could come up eventually, get on a documentary or something.
that'd be
Dude,
dope.
I'll eat a
Yeah.
couple of cheese sandwiches for that.
Yeah, yeah. I have a limit though. I don't know that I'd put out like 500, but maybe like 300-400. I might
Right.
risk it.
Yeah. Maybe if they let you know like a
Yeah.
year ahead of time or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Get a good deal.
What's your like creative process with your songwriting? Like, do you come up with the lyrics first? Do you sometimes
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
hear a tune? Because with me, it's like there's so many different ways, but I'm just curious what
Right.
yours is.
Yeah. Great question. I'm kind of similar. There's a few different ways, but more often than not, it's like I'll look for beats online, or I'll have like producers that I already worked with a bunch of times. They'll send me beats before they put them up for sale. They'll be like, "Yo, if you're feeling any
Nice.
of these, you got first dibs." I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
I got some
So
guys like that too. That's
yeah,
sick.
and that's cool. Like it's all about making connections in the industry, and like if people know that you're not gonna like basically mess up their beat for them, then they're like, yeah, I'll trust you with it. And a lot of times they'll want like the splits instead of just paying up front, which is cool. It's like they believe in the song, like you're gonna make some money, so they want to be on the back end instead of needing an upfront fee and not having any uh you know
I like owning the whole
ownership.
song. I like owning
Yeah,
the
me
whole
too.
song.
Yeah, but my creative process mostly is like listen to beats, see how it makes me feel. It's crazy. I always tell producers this within like the first 3 seconds, I'll know if I want it or not.
Dude, that's
Like
me
there's got to be a
too.
catchy sound, something that's going to give me
Yes.
some sort of emotion behind it, or something I haven't heard a lot before. But if I
A
hear like a
hundred
Casio
percent.
keyboard right away, I'm like, skip, skip, skip.
Exactly me too. Like if
Yeah.
I'm not bopping to it, I just tell
Right.
myself like I don't see myself being on this. Like it has
Totally.
to
Yeah. It has to be
inspire me.
a natural instinct, right? Yeah. And what's cool is then when people hear your song, now that beat's gonna automatically do that to them, but now you're bringing those lyrics to like reinforce it, and make it a good song.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, and then once I hear it and I feel it or whatever, I'll just kind of like freestyle. It's actually like a channeling. It's like not coming from me a lot of times. It's weird. It's just flowing right out. And I come up with these choruses or a hook or even a starting bar and then go from there. As
Mhm.
long as something catchy comes out, it's like I'm gonna find that melody regardless. Like right away, I'll
Yeah.
start humming, I'll start trying to see how words fit. But it's like I'm not thinking, it's a feeling. It's like it's kind of like I tell people it's a lot like jump rope. You remember jump rope in school?
Yeah,
And you go
yeah.
like this, and you're like waiting for it to come like for the right time to jump in, right?
Yeah.
And that's how it feels for me with making music. Is like I'm feeling that beat, and then
Interesting.
I'm like,
That's
oh,
a
right
really good
there, boom.
analogy.
Yeah, and then once you get started, it's easy. Same with freestyling. It's like getting that first flow, boom, now I'm in it, and I'm gonna catch the pocket every time, and go from
Yeah,
there.
that's a really good analogy. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I wasn't a big jump roper. I was more of a monkey bars kind of guy. Like, you ever chicken fight?
Yeah, yeah, for
That's
sure.
the only kind of chicken fighting that I encourage. Coming from the island, being on the islands for a while, it's like
Or we
there's
used to
another type.
play we used to play 6 inches. You ever play that?
No, what's that?
So, like, you go like this, and you're supposed to punch the guy, but you can only be
Oh,
6 inches away. Phew, you get some bruises playing that game.
that's wild. Yeah, we used to play Bloody Knuckles with a quarter. You ever see that?
Oh, yeah, I
You
forgot
spin
about
it, and if you
that.
mess up, they like slide it into your knuckles.
Yeah, I
Brutal.
remember that. Do you have any, like, artists or producers that have, like, inspired your music? Like, any
Oh,
favorite
totally.
artists?
Yeah, I listen to like unsigned guys kind of, or not unsigned, but like people that are more low key for
Like
rap
SoundCloud?
recently. Yeah, I listen to some SoundCloud guys. I can give a shout out to a couple guys that I think are really dope. Cal Scrooby, if you haven't heard of him, super dope. I think he's
Yeah,
out
you
of
you'll have to
Vegas.
you'll have to send me some
Yeah,
stuff for
yeah.
sure.
I like the lyrical rap, but I'm not into any kind of violence in the
Mm.
music. Like I think it's weird.
You don't
And
wanna hear that, and, like, for me, I feel like I'm filling my mind, and then it's, like,
yeah, because
it
it does
affects my
store like,
mood
yeah, it stores in your subconscious
subconsciously.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
And I think I have nephews now. I got two nephews, so I try to think of like how I'm gonna be promoting things through my music to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they take things pretty literally.
Makes
And
sense, yeah.
a lot of the popular music right now is crazy. It's like y'all are rhyming words because you don't have the talent to really tell a story or
Mhm.
like make music that has a point behind it. Y'all are
Yeah.
rhyming to a catchy beat, and you're seeing like how messed up you can get on the microphone and what comes out. But it's at the end of the day, what I realized going to school for this shit, part of my language, is the audio engineers are the real magicians and the wizards behind this. Because these guys go in there, and if you don't have no auto tune, you don't have nobody mixing it, it sounds horrible. But you
Oh
put the
yeah.
right
Oh
amount of
yeah.
melodyne, you put some reverb on there, you make it sound nice and buttery. All of a sudden, you got a hit. But what I'm trying to do is make music with real intent behind it, and teach people that we're all in this together. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all one, and we're stronger together too. And we don't have to be divided from race or religion or beliefs or any of that. Like, we could all respect each other and love each other. I know some gangster people, and at the end of the day, they want love and safety for their friends and their family. So like,
Yeah.
why can't
Yeah.
we all just
Definitely.
agree on that? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So you must really like reggae music then.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
it's like
Actually,
that's like
I'm looking
90%
for
of
a
what I
reggae
listen to.
band. Yeah, I really want a band behind me because I've been singing a lot more. And man, I'll be listening to some Revolution or some Soulja. I'll be like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
killing this right now. Let me write something, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, when I do get back to Kauai eventually, I'll definitely get the boys back together. We're gonna do some reggae covers and some originals too. It's gonna be dope.
That would be cool. That yeah, I want to do some of that too.
Yeah, you know, and the ultimate goal for me that I realize is like I'm gonna open a recording studio on the island. That's gonna be like when I get a little bit older and more established, whatever. Because there's not really one that I know personally that, you know, people that come in that are maybe A class artists, whatever, they don't have like a certain spot they go to on
Hmm.
Kauai. So I was thinking, hey, I'll be that spot. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I'll make
Yeah.
more connections first, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That
might
could be
make my way
cool.
out to Nashville soon. We got a lot of connections over there through the school and stuff for studio work, live sound. So yeah, the world's kind of my oyster right now. I'm really excited for what's coming.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to connect you with my friend because she performs all over in Nashville.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple students that graduated before me that went out there and they're just like loving life. It's just like so much going on, so much energy and inspiration in the air. Like everybody's like really trying to do their thing out there. It's like how LA used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so
No,
many
no offense to LA.
artists.
Shout out to LA. I love LA, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually,
I know. I get what you're
normally
saying.
I'm rocking my Dodgers hat, but I'm in AZ right now. I
Oh,
switched my Instagram over to Miles, Arizona while I'm here, you know. So
that's funny.
I feel like Arizona doesn't really have a huge artist that everybody knows for being from Arizona. So who knows?
But
Maybe that could be
isn't
me.
Post Malone from there or something?
I don't think so. Maybe he could be.
I think
He kind of
I
seems like
think
he could be
I think he
from
is.
Arizona. Oh, interesting.
I think he is. I don't know. But I was gonna ask you, what is like your studio setup? Like must haves or
Ah, shoot, yeah. So I was kind of spoiled while in school because we had like access to like 6 studios
oh I
at each campus.
bet. Oh my god.
Yeah. So dream microphone would be the Sony C800. It's like, oh, it sounds so buttery. I got to like actually record a few songs on the clone of it because we could only afford the clone. The regular one's like
Ooh.
20 grand. They're not gonna like really trust that with the students.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, that mic is amazing.
How much is the clone? Should I buy
I
it?
think it's still like 1200. Yeah, it
Oh
sounds
shit.
freaking nice though. Yeah, the
Damn.
original is like 20 grand or more. I can't remember.
Damn.
Um, but yeah, LA2A for a compressor. That's a great little compressor. It's like outboard gear. Me personally, I like to do most of my stuff like in the box, like on Pro Tools, and then run it through the
Okay.
studio monitors just to get that sound of the room and everything. Um,
What kind of like computer do you like? Are you like an Apple
uh,
guy
so
or
yeah, now that now that I'm done with school, I learned how to do everything on the Mac because it's the standard.
Oh
Um,
really?
yeah, MacBook Pro. But I got everything on here. What's funny is like they taught us Logic Pro first at school, and then like as we're learning it, it's a DAW for like recording, mixing, whatever. They're like, oh, by the way, the director of the school actually wrote the handbook for this DAW. Like he created Logic
Damn.
Pro basically. We're like, oh damn.
That's
So I know
wild.
Logic Pro really cool now, and then I already had taught myself Pro Tools, like just making music at home for so many years.
Hmm.
But now I have like the professional Pro Tools with all kinds of plugins, and I got Melodyne for people that need it, like which is the auto tune, and we got Ozone for mixing and mastering. We got like all the bells and whistles. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, dude.
Yeah, I was PC forever though. Like I always DJed PC. What's funny is I still have an old school DJ Pro software that I always used in Kauai when I would DJ, and it still connects. I don't know if I should say this on a podcast, whatever. It still connects to Spotify, and Spotify no longer supports any kind of DJs playing from Spotify. They want you to buy every track separate. So since I never
Mm.
updated that software, I'm like one of the few DJs that can still like access like my 10,000 songs in my library on Spotify. So kind of
Oh
cool
my God, that's cool.
without downloading every song because it can really take a lot of time to find,
Oh my
the
God,
legit
that's a
ones and stuff.
pain in the ass. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I got everything from reggaeton to like Elvis to reggae, pop, jazz. I love it.
That's awesome, dude. You have a good
Yeah.
repertoire of whatever you need.
Yeah, and I'm trying to with my music, I'm trying to make a genre or a sound that like I would look for that's not out there right now. You know what I'm saying? Like kind
Yeah,
of fill
yeah.
the void. Whatever my genre that I created is love-based hip hop.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, and that's what I always tell people. They're like, "What kind of music?" I'm like, "Love-based hip hop." They're like, "Oh, okay," because like it's like
Is there a
almost like a
specific like instrument you always use or like
no, but I
not
do
really?
lean towards the guitar a lot. I love guitar.
Okay.
Something about it, and then you put a dope 808 behind it with some beats. Like it's just got a real cool flavor. And then I can kind of sing and rap. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. What's like the most challenging project you've worked on?
Oh shoot, this album, I actually have a full album. It's 44 minutes, 44 seconds. It's done.
Ooh, I love
And
that.
it was all recorded, mixed, and mastered while I've been in school out here in Phoenix. So I got to use the big boy equipment on it. I got to get
Wow.
advice from my instructors, my classmates. This album's by far my best work. I got over 1,000 hours invested into it.
Wow, that's
I'm
cool.
just, yeah, right now I'm like on grind mode. I'm getting my bread up so I can put, 1,000 or two behind the promotion for it. I want to get some music videos taped. I want to do like a real rollout this time because this is gonna be my fourth album, and I really put everything, my heart and soul behind it. I think every song has the potential to be a single, to be on the radio, something like that. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
I'm really, really excited. I got two
Do you
singles out right now from it. It's Let's Get Away was the first single. Second single is about a week ago.
I heard
So
Let's Get Away. I think you tagged it
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
on
It's
the
kind of like
story.
summer vibes. Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty
it's
good. I
cool.
like that.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Do you have any like videographers out there that you can collab with?
Uh, so yeah, I kind of I've been shopping around, just trying to find somebody. More than anything, I want somebody that's passionate and that believes in the work, not somebody that's just looking for a payday. There's too many people. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? I think you're great. Like, let's work. Let's talk about ideas, blah blah blah. And then they send me like a budget sheet to fill out. I'm like, but let's talk first. Like, I just want to see what you're about. You know.
Hmm.
So we'll see. I'm really good at attracting things. I'm all about law of attraction. So you just got to think of what you want. It's on the way.
Yeah, I'm like that too. And yeah, it kind of yeah, I get what you're saying because when they do that, it kind of is like, dang, I kind of wanted to like have you listen to it.
It's like transactional, right? Because
It's
it's
very
like
yeah,
I
it comes
want
off
your
very
ideas too.
transactional.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the professional here that's going to give me the ideas to how we can make this the best video possible. But if it's just about money, then it's like I'm not going to get that product out of you.
Right. Well, when they send you stuff like that too, then you think, oh, like you'll only accept the project if it's a certain amount. And I don't like
Yeah,
that feeling either, where it's like if
that's
I'm not
weird too.
spending
Yeah,
if I'm not spending a certain amount, you don't even want
I'm
to
not
do it
even
with
worth your
me.
time. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I like people that are cool. Like, hey man, like give me half up front, half at the end if you're happy or something. Like, let's make a deal, dude. I like deals.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
be
yeah.
like, hey man, if you do this for me, then I'll do this for you. Like maybe they need a jingle for their business, or maybe they need some artwork done or whatever. Like I'm all about
Yeah.
trades too. I think that's really cool when I can trade my skills for yours, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I know definitely a couple guys that are great at video stuff out here. One of them too is like so reasonable. I'm
Dope,
doing a
dope.
photo shoot with him like on Monday or whatever, but like super, super reasonable. Like he doesn't even do it for the money. Like,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah, you
cool.
could
And
tell because
and
you're like,
and
wait,
no
what?
and no offense to the guys that I've worked with on other videos. Actually, shout out to Tyus on Kauai. He is the dopest videographer on the island and totally worth every penny. He didn't give me that vibe at all about the money kind of thing. He was great. He's
Ooh,
just
yeah,
really far away.
you
He's
got to
really far
connect
away.
me with him for
I
maybe
will,
next
yeah.
time when I go out
Yeah.
there.
Totally. Yeah. He's great, and he really knows his stuff, and he's got a lot of like drones that he uses and stuff too. So he's really sick with it.
Ooh.
He'll fly by you and like make the angles like switch, and he
Oh, I
does this
love
thing where like
that.
they flash in and out. And it's super fire. Yeah, like he did my video for the weekend is what it's called, the song. So that's on
That's
YouTube if
sick.
anyone wants to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'll link all your stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to
What
meet your guy too though. He sounds dope. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
definitely. When you come back for sure, especially if you come to Oahu, you'll be able to
Oh
make more
yeah.
connects.
I'm thinking too, like I'm gonna be able to travel a lot more now. I mean, yeah, it's like a lot of ways to travel with this company. So like, who knows? Hey, there's a show in Hawaii. Screw it, I'll go work, and then I'll take 3 days to hang out. We could do that.
Yeah, what do you think, you'd be doing if you weren't into music?
Ah, dude, I don't know. Honestly, I'm a certified tennis instructor, so I could
Oh,
teach tennis. Yeah, I've been
that's pretty
playing
cool.
tennis like since I was a kid, and then high school I got like certified to teach. And then I played a little bit of college. I realized, being 5'6" on a tall day is kind of hard to compete with these college guys. So I went
Yeah.
into the teaching part, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, yeah.
I do well at that. Yeah. So I
That's
think
good.
that, or I've always been like bartender server. I love like, I don't know, making people happy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
bringing them food is kind of cool. Like you get tipped for like feeding people, but you don't have to cook it. And
Yeah,
then
you're basically
the
a
bartending
vibe.
is there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're almost paid like a celebrity in a way. Like I'm putting on a show.
Yeah,
That's how I
yeah,
look
that
at
makes
it.
sense.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
That's the closest I've come to being a celebrity so far. Well, I did a Taco Bell rap too that kind of blew up.
Oh, did you?
They like sponsored me for a while. They sent me like gift cards and like memorabilia and shit. It was cool. And it was
Really?
just a
That's
fun video me and my friends made. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's cool. How did they
Yeah, it was
find
cool.
it?
They found it. I don't know. It was on YouTube. It only had like 400 views, and they like commented. They're like, "This is fire. Can we put this on our website?" I was like,
Oh,
"Yeah." And then they're like, "Send us your
cool.
email." And then like they just sent me all this stuff in the mail. So super
Yo,
super.
that's
Shout out to Taco Bell.
dude, that's sick, dude.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's like my
Uh,
dream sponsorship right there.
I know, right? Hey, Taco Bell out of the fast food spots, like I think Taco Bell's the best, like or top three anyway. I don't know. I don't eat a lot of fast food. It's like the same price
Oh.
as healthy food right now, so it doesn't really make sense. Like
Oh,
why am
yeah,
I
yeah.
going? Why am I gonna hurt my body when I could go eat some like fresh veggies that are bomb too for the same price? I mean, back
Yeah,
when
yeah.
healthy food was more expensive, it was like harder to eat healthy. But now it's like, oh, you're taxing us either way.
Yeah, yeah, don't make yourself sick, you know?
Yeah, and too
Occasional
much of that stuff though.
occasional Taco
Yeah.
Bell. You gotta have the occasional Baja Blast, you know?
Oh yeah. And now I don't do sugar soda anymore, so they have Baja Blast Zero now. I'm like, hey,
Do they?
yeah,
Oh,
and it's
hell
fire.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
hell yeah, I
yeah,
didn't know
I know.
that.
Yeah, I gave up sugar and beer. I was like getting kind of like hangovers from it. Beer makes sense, but like from
Yeah, yeah.
sugar, I was getting hangovers. So yeah, for like the last maybe year and a half, I haven't had much sugar and haven't had a hangover since. I don't drink a lot, but
Oh, good, good.
yeah, if I do, it's like celebratory, like hey, let's have a shot of whiskey or with tequila, like your birthday or we achieved something, you know. But I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, I like to smoke pot more than that. So.
Yeah, I don't smoke
More of
or
a
drink.
medicine. Oh, good for you. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's why you're so healthy.
I'm at maximum mental capacity, you know?
Good for you. Heck yeah. You know
I just
the
felt like
the
it was making me slow, man.
totally, yeah, the pot is more for like nighttime to like get to sleep, or if I'm in a creative mood and it's not really clicking, I can do a little bit of that while I write a song or something, but it's not like
Mm.
the morning time's not a good time to smoke for me because I'll just be chilling all day.
You don't do it,
Uh
like, all day long, every
Not
3
not
hours, like
anymore. There's
oh,
been
okay, okay.
times in my life where I had the ability to do that, like as far as like I didn't have a lot of responsibilities or like didn't need to make a bunch of money to survive, you know. But
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's like I'm kind of grown, man. It's more of a like you deserve
Occasional
this. You
thing.
worked hard. Yeah, like at the end of the
Oh, yeah, I
day,
feel you.
relax a little bit and then go to bed, because it regulates
Yeah.
sleep pretty well. So that's cool.
Yeah, I
And
feel
and
that,
it,
that
it's
makes
helped
sense.
a lot of people, even my mom and certain family members might have arthritis or whatever, and it's helped with pain management and things. So I'm a big believer in it. If you can manage it and make it work for you, that's cool.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
don't be
yeah,
abusive.
definitely. Yeah.
You don't want to
I
be
think
that
my
guy. we were making a joke the other
Moderation.
day. The guy, I forgot what movie it is, but he's like, most people don't know this, but you can hide your weed in here. And he's saying that about like everything in the gift shop. I think it's Adam
That's so
Sandler. Yeah.
that's yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
funny.
funny.
You don't want to be that guy.
One of my favorite movies is Pineapple Express, just with all the
Oh,
dumb
it's so
shit that they
good.
say, you know?
Yeah, it's so good. There's a
Lingers, man.
yeah, I feel like there hasn't been a lot of comedies in the last 10 years that are like as good as those old school, like really funny movies. You know, like
Not
Step
not
Brothers and
yeah, not recent iconic ones. Like, those are definitely the more
right.
iconic ones.
There is one that stood out recently. It's called Ricky Stenicki. I don't know if you saw that.
I haven't seen that.
John Cena is the lead role. It's hilarious. It's
Ooh,
the funniest movie since Step Brothers for me, anyway.
okay, yeah, I'll
Like,
have to
yeah,
watch it. I like John Cena.
yeah. I think it's on Prime or I'm not sure, but yeah, Ricky Stenicki is it's hilarious. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look it up, I'll look it up. What have you learned about, like, the music industry?
Oh, a lot. There's some bad sides, there's some good sides, but I realized that people are making more off of ripping off and scamming artists than artists are actually making off of their music.
What do you
It's like there's a
scamming them
big
how?
charade. So at least 10 times a month or maybe more, I get these messages. Hey, I'm from so and so label and I love your music. You're so amazing. You're talented. I want to sign you. I'm a scout for this label, blah, blah, blah.
What?
And, after the first times going back and forth with them, you start to realize like they're fishing you for information. They're like, so where are you from? And like, is you have a good address, home address we can send this to? And then they're like trying to get info out of you. And then they'll like offer to send you some sort of cash app, whatever it is. There's like a scam where they
Whoa.
send you a payment, you accept it, and then they'll be like, "Hey, can you send me a little bit of that back?" You send it back, and then their payment like backfired, like it like gets rejected, and then now you sent some money that you don't have. It's weird stuff.
What the heck?
At least twice a week, I get excuse me, I get a message on SoundCloud saying, "I work for an artist or somebody, and we want to use your song for an art exhibit or for a movie or whatever." And we'll pay you $500 right now. What's your cash app? And then if you
Hmm,
give them the cash app, they already have like other information about you. So they're doing something as far as they get into your cash app and they charge a bunch of money to it and they withdraw it. And yeah, it's like so there's
dang.
all these scammers preying on artists or people. For instance, this one's not as bad, but people will go, your music's so amazing, but you're not getting in front of enough people. They know I'm not getting enough in front of enough people for what I want to accomplish, I can help
Mhm.
you. I can promote it. I can do this and that and this and that. And then they'll buy fake streams for you, charge you more than what that costs, and end up messing up your whole distribution. Because the fake streams will get detected. They'll ban your accounts and everything like that. So
Wow,
it's
I
a
have
weird,
never heard of any of
super
these.
weird game. Yeah, watch out for different random emails. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. I've had I've had 50 people since I started say that they're the head of Capitol Records or the head of Interscope or whatever it is. Yeah, there's just it's a
I
nasty
get,
game.
like, 20 DMs a day, but, yeah, I don't get anything
Yeah,
weird like
yeah.
that.
But they're probably trying to scam you for other stuff, right?
I'm always
Like,
like, "Call me." "You
yeah,
don't
yeah,
call me?
exactly.
Bitch, you ain't even real, bro."
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't give out my number. I've had other people be like, just give me your phone number and I'll call you. And I give them like a Google number and they're like, that's not a real number. I'm like, why do you need a real number to talk to me? It's like weird.
Mm,
So they'll try to set up like an account under your number or something.
yeah, yeah, I have, like, a fake number that's the one I give out,
Oh,
and then
good.
it connects to an app. So, like, they could
Oh,
still
okay.
call me, but if
Yeah,
they're
they can still get
fake,
a hold of you, but
they could try
yeah.
to use it to sign up with something, it's not gonna work, you know?
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
one of my best friends is like from the Middle East, so he's taught me all these tricks. I'm like,
Oh, so he's seen
this
it.
is
He
how you
understands.
anti get scammed, and I'm like, all right, cool.
I like
So
the scammer guys that like will like pull up the guy's camera while he's trying to scam him. He's like, actually, I know where you're located. Like, have you seen that?
yeah, I've seen those on
It's like
YouTube.
scammer revenge or something. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, I love that shit.
Yeah, what I do now when they try to scam me, I'm like, scammers are gonna burn in hell, right? Like karma's gonna find you. I just start scaring them.
Yeah,
Like I
this is
don't threaten them or
haram.
nothing weird, but I'm like, yo, karma's gonna find you for trying to take advantage of people that are like chasing their dreams and that are passionate about their art, and you're trying
Yeah,
to manipulate them. Like, come on, man. I was like, you're better than this. I'll give them a pep talk sometimes. I'll be like, you're better than this. whoever taught you this and is your boss does not care about you, bro. Like, just get away, dude. You know, repent.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like those people, they maybe they're just caught up in a weird thing or something. I don't think they're all horrible people. Maybe they're just being like influenced to do that weird
Dude,
shit.
they
I don't know.
make money. They
Oh, I'm
make a
sure they
straight
do.
living off of
There
that
should
shit.
be harsher penalties for people scamming people for real, because like it seems like they just get away with this shit. Like there's not a lot of consequences.
Well,
Even people
I'm
at my school
sure.
like talking
I'm
about
sh-
scamming people like all casually. I'm like,
Wow, yeah, I'm sure the FBI, they gotta like find IP addresses, and then it's
right,
hard because then they
a lot
have
of
to.
work.
How do you tell who's in front of the computer of the IP address? You know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
they have to gather all this information. They have to
It's a
almost
lot of
catch you
work to
doing
try
it.
to. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah, yeah. That's probably why it's difficult.
It's better
But
just to be honest, honestly. I think if you're a kind person, you do good, you put good into the universe and you don't have anything to like hide or lie about, that's the best way to live your life. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because then you're open to all the blessings and shit.
I believe in karma. So
Me
like
too. Me too.
it
Yeah.
would not be in my best interest to do that kind of shit because like
Right.
yeah, it
And
seems
then
great,
even
and
even
then
if it doesn't come right away, you're like looking over your shoulder the rest of your life over some dumb shit, like over to get a little bit of money. I don't know. Just go make some money, man. There's
they
plenty
have
of
to
ways.
split it between each other too, you know?
I know, and it's probably some guy running it that gives them 10% or something, like not even, you know. There, I remember back in the day, I applied for this job selling like newspapers on the phone or something, and I realized when I went in there that they were like scamming old people. Like they were like,
Oh,
"Here's the phone book for 80 and over," like, and they had these people that with like dementia that they were like selling yearly contracts to, being like,
wow.
"Do you want Sports Illustrated?" and like not really explaining that they're signing up for a whole year. Like
Oh,
weird.
wow.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do that.
Can't
Yeah, and
do
actually,
yeah.
what's funny is like the floor manager girl, she ends up being like a famous ass porn star later on. So I was like, wow.
The morals aligned.
I saw her Instagram. Don't worry, I wasn't.
You didn't find
Yeah,
the spicy
no,
site?
no,
Uh,
no. Allegedly, she has. I don't.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't know. Yeah, yeah. Allegedly, but from what you
Hey,
know, from what you know.
get your paper, girl. Just do it in the right way. You ain't gotta scam old ladies.
Yeah. See,
I can respect that.
I always say, I could never do like or have a OnlyFans because I had a loving father.
Oh, good for you.
So
That's
that's
kind
the
of
least.
pointed, but
That's the least. That's the least I could do.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you kind of owe him one, right? Like, it's like, don't do that to
Exactly.
him. He was good to you, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. So, where do you think you're gonna be in the next 5 years, like music wise? Like,
Shoot.
where would your like goal be?
I already know. I already see it. I've been having visions of where I'm gonna be at. It's gonna be Coachella, uh, full crowd. Everybody's gonna be knowing my
That's
lyrics.
crazy. That's what I was thinking.
That's my full circle moment because I was born in India where they have Coachella. So like it's been a vision that was like shown to me like crazy. Yeah, it's just but the thing is I have to remember, don't focus on the end goal, enjoy the
Mhm.
ride. it's
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
all of
for
these
sure.
moments, right? and
Yeah,
and I
for
had
sure.
like a little psychedelic journey that I went on with shaman. It was like a guided journey one time, and I was asking these questions: why have I not made it? Why is this not working? Why, you know? And they're like, are you not enjoying the journey? And it was like boom, all of these amazing memories of my life, traveling, beautiful people, concerts, amazing people. All of this stuff was shown to me in like a split second, and I was like, damn, it was humbling. It
Wow.
was like it's
Yeah.
not about getting to that final destination, because that's gonna be like kind of like the peak or whatever, right? But
Yeah.
all of the
Yeah.
stuff that leads you there is the beautiful stuff. The universe winks at you in the most poetic ways sometimes, where it's like, hey, it's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like there's synchronicities and stuff like that where it's
Yeah.
almost
For
undeniable.
sure.
I sometimes
Well,
feel like we're in a matrix.
yeah. I've never been to Coachella, but I'll go when you're
Yes,
performing.
yes. I'll get you backstage for sure. I won't
That.
forget this. You're my
Yeah.
you're my
That.
first podcast, like my first real podcast.
Oh,
So yeah,
really?
yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I feel like
sick,
now that
dude.
I have like my stuff in order, I'm doing well, got a good job, done with audio school. like all these doors are going to open for me. So now I'm
Yeah.
finally not going to be so stressed out. Living on the island can be pretty tough as far as making money and keeping up with everything and having the energy to be able to still be creative and do shows.
Yeah,
We
that's
work
a good
pretty
point.
hard. We work pretty hard to live those that close to the beach. So,
Yeah, what I realized too is like doing music or like for me like the new creative things. I just shot like my first movie a few months ago,
oh,
and
heck
then
yeah.
obviously the other creative thing is I do podcasts. Is that when you're doing the stuff that you love, it doesn't feel like work at all.
Right, right, right. But sometimes it's having the energy to start,
Yeah.
just to get started and decide I'm doing this today. Because a lot of times it's easy just to be like, hey, my bed's hella comfy. Hey, I got that food that I just
I
got.
that's
I'm
hella
gonna go chill.
comfy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and I was doing that for so many years of my life where people are like, hey, you want to go to this concert? They're all hyped up. And I'm like, I'll let you know. But I already know in the back of my head that I'm like, yeah, my bed's
Oh,
calling me.
that's one
I'm
thing.
probably not going to. And I don't do that anymore
Yeah.
because I catch it when they do it to me now. I'm like, I know what that means.
That's one thing I will say yes to is a lot of different concerts, especially here
Yeah, yeah,
because number 1, there's not a ton anyway. So it's kinda you wanna go to the things that you can. But also
right.
I always get so much inspiration from going.
Totally.
And the
It's
music
like a
video that
main stream from it.
yeah, and the music video that you saw that we were talking about, the one I did for my song Triple Gemini, I had like all of these inspirations for that song while I was at a music festival. It was
Oh,
the
that's so
weirdest shit
cool.
ever.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and
You're
so
tapping into their energy. You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
so
That's one of the only things that makes me cry and it's happy tears is seeing somebody living out their dreams. And I see that at concerts.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
those people when they're just on the stage and like they're like realizing they fucking made it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? So when I see that, it's like, oh man, like biggest inspiration. Sorry to cut you off. I call that the
No, no, no,
magic.
you're good, you're good. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how besides going to concerts, like, how else do you, like, stay inspired with music?
Just being around other musicians, talking to like my circle's so big at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like Instagram's a great inspiration for me. I'm taking a break from Facebook. It was just like more people from like high school and like no offense to any of them. I love you guys. Shout out Yuma, Sabola, whatever. But yeah, I just needed to kind of like branch more into people that I don't know than to
Mm,
be so locked in with these people that I've known for years and they're still not supporting me. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Y'all still ain't sharing my shit. But the dude I met
interesting.
yesterday at Circle K, he shared my shit 10 times since yesterday. Come
Yeah,
on,
that's
guys.
that's that's an interesting thing, right? Is like I have like a couple thousand followers or whatever on Facebook, so it's like I should already have that many subscribers on my
Right.
channel. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. But
But
it's
it's
like
it's
it's
it's funny when
weird.
that's not the case.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
and sometimes it is like I just randomly followed you like when we started talking about the podcast, but I should have followed you way before. I saw that you're posting stuff and stuff, but it wasn't anything personal. It was more like your feed would come in like while I'm scrolling and then it was like I didn't see a bunch of your content. It was just one thing randomly, you know what I'm saying? But it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah.
the back of my mind that you were doing it. So sometimes even if you're not getting that engagement or that like follow right away, they are aware of what you're doing. And I apologize for
Yeah.
not following you right away. I thought I did because I watched a couple of your podcasts. I suck at YouTube. I've been so off of
No,
YouTube.
don't even worry.
I like the
But
short form usually. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I feel you. And that's the advice that I got recently too. Is like you have to make more shorts and you have to be consistent. And now I'm definitely locked more in on the consistency of the
oh
content.
heck yeah.
And I've gained so many followers from consistently posting shorts and having like collabs with one of my friends, which it wasn't my reasoning for having him on. He's just a friend of mine and he was in town. And I was like, bro,
Yeah.
jump on my podcast.
Oh heck yeah.
And he's a YouTube Pokemon YouTuber, and he has all of these following, and then they just jumped over because it's not
That's
always a
cool.
guarantee
Yeah.
that they're gonna even jump over to mine. They might
Yeah, but if they
hate the
love
stuff
him
that I do.
enough, if they love him
Exactly.
enough, and there's people that love me enough that are gonna jump over to yours too. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially
Yeah, yeah, for
if I
sure.
co-sign, I'm like, yo, Lucy's dope as hell, and she's cool and she's easy to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some podcasters that I just like, I'm like, there's enough things that they say that I'm like, I don't really mess with you. But you got a good head on your shoulders. You're cool. You got the aloha
Thank
spirit,
you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's actually cool
Yeah.
talking to you. It reminds me of the islands, to say like I don't have a lot of that out here. So thank you.
Yeah, yeah, of course, man. No worries. And yeah, I remember that specific trip of going to Kauai, and I just feel like I had like the best experience in terms of your music because I was literally getting to listen to all of your
Oh,
shit
that's so
live.
cool.
So I was like,
That's
I
so
was
cool.
a
Yeah.
fan live, and then I was just hooked on your music, and I actually showed it to my producer.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Thank you so much.
Around that time, and
Appreciate
he was
that.
like, "Oh yeah, I love this shit," because we're always sharing music, with each
Oh,
other.
cool. Heck
And
yeah.
so I was like, "Oh, this is something I just discovered." Boom, and I sent it to him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I was listening to this all day now." Like me and
Hey,
him kind of
thank you so
we
much.
yeah, me and him have the same birthday, so we're always sometimes on the same wavelength. And
Oh,
what's
so he's double
crazy?
double Gemini too, or what?
No,
Or
no,
wait, triple Gemini? Is that
I'm
what
not
it
a
was?
Gemini. No, no, that was a song
Oh,
about
that was
somebody
the
else.
person that you rapped about. That's what it
Yeah,
was. Sorry,
yeah.
sorry, sorry.
No, no, you're good.
Wait, what are you, by the way?
Oh, I'm a Libra Scorpio.
Okay, I'm Scorpio.
So 22nd of October, me and him have the same exact birthday.
Dope,
And
dope.
we're so in sync sometimes that actually he sent me a song to finish. And he was like, "Oh yeah, there's like you'll hear it. There's a little space where you could like do a verse or something." And I said, "Okay." And like I listened to it a few times and I'm like in the car and then bam, like something came to me. But what's
Hey, there you
funny
go.
was me and him were like both in the same stage of our life where we were both like drinking a lot,
Mm.
and so the song was just it's called Running Through the Darkness. And if
Oh,
you listen
cool. I'll have
to
to
it,
hear
you'll
it.
be like, "Oh
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I totally can see that they're both kind of on the same vibe." And I was
I
just
like
like, "Dude,
that.
perfect. This song just
Heck
totally." And
yeah. Because
that's
there's
why I
emotion
was
behind it, right?
and that's why I was down to do it because and
That's
it was
cool.
funny is that like 2 days later, like a week later, I called him, or no, it was like the day after I finished like adding my stuff to it. He was like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like do a collab with that song. Like, I don't really know." I'm like, "Dude, before you make a decision, go into your email right now and listen to what I added to it. And if you
Hey.
hate it, then it is what it is. But I
Nah,
promise you."
because
And
you knew,
he
you felt it,
he
right?
called
Yeah.
me back and he was like, "Holy shit, you made this song way
Hey.
better." And I was like,
That's
"Yes."
cool.
It
Yeah,
was
music's
good.
a feeling, and when you find that perfect space to put your thing in and it comes out good, oh, I love that feeling. I love it. And on the playback, you're like, ooh, ooh, like it's just like a, I don't know. It's a out of body experience in a way, like the way it can flow out of you, like how you're saying you're just
Yeah.
driving and then all of a sudden it's like you got the perfect idea right there, and it's like, whoa,
The,
where does that come
yeah.
from, right? Because it's not like if you're not writing it down and specifically thinking of it and it's just coming to you like it's a feeling, there's
Mhm.
more to it. It's like almost a spiritual thing.
Yeah, for sure. And there was actually a song I was working on when I was living in LA, and I remember driving as well. But I just drive a lot, I guess. And I couldn't think of like when you kind of just get writer's block. So I had writer's block on one spot. So what I would
Yeah.
do is just play it over and over and over until it, and then just let that
Until
that that
the
part
right
play
phrase
through.
comes out, or yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I fucking figured it out one day, and I was like, dude, I have to make like a hook right here. And
Oh,
then it was just perfect. And I was like,
oh, that's
yes.
cool.
But I was in the car like, fuck, I need to voice memo this bitch because I'm gonna forget what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, yeah. I be doing that all the time. Or I'll do like I'll go on Instagram and go to like the story, and I'll just like hold the play button and sing out loud, right? And then save it as a video. And
Dude,
then I get home, listen
when
to
I
that.
die, my voice memos are gonna be ridiculous because they're just a bunch of like non-finished songs. Yeah, yeah. People are gonna be like, what the fuck?
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I like to when an idea comes, there's a spark behind it or whatever. If I have the time and I'm not driving or something, I will like try to start a song off of it. Like a dope line. Like just
Mm,
yesterday I was writing one. It was like everything else in my past, this too shall pass. And
I
that
like
phrase
that.
came in my mind, and I'm like, that's a chorus or a hook or something, or
Yeah,
even a way
yeah.
to start a verse.
Yeah, or
So
like,
from there,
yeah.
I just start writing. And then I have like this flow and this cadence that I've been writing with, right? And this is like another example of songwriting. Then I go and I look through all the beats I got, and I just find a beat that it flows on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And then from there, I can add to it and make it more distinguished around the beat or whatever. But there's also that. So producers, please send me as many beats as you got because I might use them later on. You know, I might not use it right away, but if I have something I'm looking for to go with a verse or a chorus or a hook, that's cool.
Yeah, like you hear that right BPM and you're like, oh, that's
Right?
it.
You're just like, oh, there it is. Like, and you could try it a few different ways. I did a show on Friday actually at the Dark Side. Shout out to the Dark Side. That's in Tempe, Arizona. And the DJ left right before I started. I don't know why. And some other guys like, I kind of know how to use it. I'll try to DJ for you. So he plays the first song, correct tempo, kill it, sounds great. Second song, he had the auto sync on and he didn't know.
Oh, fuck.
So it played it at half speed.
Yeah, yeah.
And me and the bassist and the drummer, none of us had played before. We didn't have anything. It was like kind of like freestyle. They just start playing along with the slow tempo, and I just do the song half tempo.
Like, yeah, you just,
But
oh,
oh, we
nice.
killed it, you know. But then it was weird because then like the next song was double tempo, and I was like, I definitely can't do double tempo on this, you know. So there's a YouTube video where I just start beatboxing and then they start playing along with it. I just start doing like nothing but a G thing. You know what I'm saying? Like just to like keep the
Nice.
audience distracted while they're trying to figure out what's going on with the DJ board. So, you know, you develop those skills after doing a few shows where it's like, if I'm just standing up here lost like a deer in the headlights, everybody's gonna be like, that guy sucks. But if I can entertain them and do a quick, you know,
Yeah. Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what song that is?
No, yeah,
10
yeah,
cool
yeah.
points.
I
What song
can't
is
think
it?
of Baby, I got your money now.
Hey,
Like I
there it
know like
is.
the
Okay.
lyrics. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
10 cool points awarded.
Hey, now I have a
Nice.
total of 10 cool points.
Yeah.
Maybe 11. No, no.
Okay. Okay.
That's funny. Yeah, and performing live is such a different beast. I mean,
Oh, it's so
especially
fun though.
with people you've never met.
Right. Well,
That's a
it's almost
gamble.
it's almost better with people you haven't met. You know what I'm saying? Because then if they start vibing, it gives you this confidence where you're like, yo, this guy's first time hearing this, he's vibing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, let's just go. Because there's been times where nobody even nods their heads, and that is like, I don't know. It's a rush, but not in a good way, where you
Yeah,
can start
yeah.
to feel the beads of sweat. You're like,
Yeah, recently
but you just gotta push through.
I got into doing some comedy. So
Oh, cool. That's
that's
good for you. Heck
definitely
yeah.
yeah, that's
I could see that for sure.
definitely a game changer because you can say this like you can say the funniest joke, like 9 times out of 10 somebody will laugh, and then you could be in the worst crowd.
Yeah,
And
you could.
I went after like this super perverted guy and like
Oh no. So
and like
everybody's kind of like,
there
should
was
we
like
leave?
there was a bunch of like horrible people before me and I was like fuck like but the cool thing was I was like I can't do worse than that,
Yeah,
you
that
know
kind
what
of
I
sets
mean?
you up to like redeem it. You know, like, hey, she's not as bad as that guy. You know what I'm
Yeah, at
saying?
least I'm not
Like,
like like making a joke about like some pedophilic shit, you know, like
yeah,
so
that's
my
weird. When they
even
try
if
to
my
be
shit's
too
not
edgy, I'm
funny,
like, come on. Yeah.
it's just
I did
it's
I
not
did some stand
it's
up a
not
couple
cute.
times. I lived in Hollywood and I would walk by this taco shop every day, like to like go to back and forth to work. And the guy was like having an open mic night one night. And I was like, what is this? He's like, open mic, you want to go up? I was like, yeah. Pours me a double shot of tequila. He's like, you're next. I'm like, well.
Oh
So I just
shit.
went for it. It was really fun. It was actually the guy that was running it was the guy from The Ringer. Do you remember The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville? Or he's in the Special Olympics.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was the guy that goes, when the fuck do we have ice cream? It was that guy. He's a really good stand-up
Yeah.
comedian. He
Oh
runs a circuit,
shit.
or he did on Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah, so he was
Oh
running it.
wow.
Yeah, and then they asked me back to do a couple more. I really enjoyed it, but the music is what really touches my soul and it drives me. And you know,
Yeah, yeah, that's
another
good.
reason why I'm doing music is growing up. Anytime I don't know, I was kind of like an only child. My sister was 10 years older, so she split by the time I was like 8. uh Music saved me basically. Like anytime my parents are arguing or I was like having bad thoughts or feeling sad, I would throw on my little Sony Walkman and I would bump like
Nice.
all my favorite music, and it heals. You know, music is
Yeah.
medicine. So I owe that to the world to give back and to put out music that will heal people and help people, and just be there for those kids or even the adults that need it, you know. I'm trying
I
to be
like that.
authentic too. Yeah.
I like that. You know, the reason I kind of was like, "Oh, it's time that I actually like put my stuff out there" is like I wanted like a lot of my messages to be out there in the world, you know?
Right, right, and because you can share something, maybe somebody hears something about life in general that they've never heard. Be a completely different concept, and, like, you
Yeah.
got to teach them that? That's cool.
Yeah, well, like one of my songs, it's called My Forever, and it's basically a song that I wrote after I got divorced. Um and like one of the lines is like, you were my forever, and what do you do if like forever isn't for you, like type shit, you know? So
Mm.
it's super
Oh, that's
sad and
deep. I
depressing.
like it.
But one of
Yeah.
my neighbors was going through a divorce, and we were driving in her car, and she was like, yo, this is my favorite song, and she plays it, and I was like, oh fuck, I didn't even think about
Damn.
that, because she's like, yeah, I'm going through a
Wow.
divorce. I'm like, damn,
You're
I just made
helping.
I made the divorce
Yeah.
theme song. I was like, damn. And she's
Yeah,
like,
hey, everybody's gotta find
yeah,
a lane, you know?
everyone's got a theme song, you know? And I was like, damn, that's crazy.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, that was like the moment that I was like, "Oh, thank God I put this stuff out, man," because
Right.
I
That's
have
so cool, and
even now,
you never know what song's gonna connect with who or what. I've
I
had
have
people tell me
so
that
many songs I never put
they were
out.
yeah, like, the best compliment is when people are like, "Yo, I was, like, thinking about killing myself, I was depressed, and your music helped me through that time
Oh,
and shit." I'm like, "Man," because 'cause I've been there for real,
yeah,
and depression's real, you know, and as men too, like, not a lot of men talk about it, but
yeah.
you can be honest, you can be authentic, man, and that we're all brothers, and, like, never hesitate to hit me up. Anybody that knows me, if you need somebody to talk to, I got you, like, for real, and I can relate. Life
Well,
ain't easy.
Logic came out with, the 1-800 song, and that's one of the most streamed songs.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I love that song. Yeah,
Yeah, and
like,
I
the
love how
message
he
behind it
used
and
hi yeah, I
everything.
love how he used his platform, you know?
Oh, it's so cool, and I heard that, like, he raised, like, the phone calls by, like, 50% to that number, and, like, suicide went
Yeah,
down by, like, a huge percent during that time too, like, that's really cool, and, like, so many people are going through it right now. It's really hard to survive with inflation
yeah.
and everything else, and just the turmoil and the way they try to divide us in the world right now.
The crazy thing about that song is even when, like, I'm in a good mood, that's such a slapping song. Like, I can
I
listen to that
know.
song even when I'm
Yeah,
happy, and
yeah.
it's just like you're like,
That's what's cool is, like, it's not overly specific on the sadness thing, you know? I
it's
mean,
right,
I guess,
it's a good
yeah, I don't
medium.
wanna
It's
be
a good medium.
alive. Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, that's kinda sad," but it's such a heartfelt,
Yeah, but it changes
beautiful
to "I
song.
wanna be alive"
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
end,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, like,
Right.
I kinda like that, it, like, it
That is cool.
transitions.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
progression in it, right? That's awesome.
yeah.
I
No,
want
it's
that's how I
dope.
want my album to be. My album kinda, like, tells a story and, like, I don't wanna have any skips on there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So that's the main goal. I cut it down. I had a lot of tracks to choose from, and I cut it down to my absolute favorites, and I want it to be like a timestamp in my life. That's how I feel about all my albums. Is like it's a timestamp of how I was feeling and what I was going through, what I was experiencing during that time. My last
yeah.
album, Love Yourself, um, it has like a real rock pop vibe to it, and that's just what I was feeling at the time, and like
I love
kind of
that.
sad songs a little bit, but like breakup songs. That's cool, you know.
Yeah,
But it's cool when you hear a song, it just takes you right back to that time and place when you heard it.
yeah.
I really believe that music in that way is kind of like time travel,
Yeah,
if
I
you
can
think
see
about it.
that. Oh,
Because
yeah, for
there's
sure.
certain songs that like will bring back like the exact moment where I was,
Yes,
and
yes.
while I'm spacing out, I'm there. It's kind
Yeah.
of crazy, you know, like how you can. Woo,
My coworker and I were just talking about that because the song "From the Window to the Wall," that one came on,
hey,
and then we were
I
like,
remember where
"Oh
I was at.
man,
Yeah,
when this came out, I was here," and like we all kept doing that, and
yeah. Shout out
we
to
were all,
Vibes Nightclub. That's where I was. It was
"Oh,
Vibes Teen Club in Yuma, Arizona.
oh, that's funny."
Yeah, which is kind of a weird idea, honestly, like a nightclub for teens. Um,
Hmm.
I guess it's cool, but the stuff that was going on there was kind of strange now that I think about it. Like, I mean, 13 to 18, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a weird age range to really like,
Oh, that's yeah,
why are you
yeah,
letting a
yeah.
13-year-old in? I
Why are
don't
you partying with minors? That's weird.
know. Yeah. Well, if you are a minor, I guess it's fine, but you know. Oh,
Yeah,
well, the
yeah.
18, yeah, yeah, that's
That's
weird.
what I'm
I wonder
saying.
if it
Yeah, the
was
18.
18. It's been a long time. I'm old.
It was probably like 13 to 17,
It
maybe.
might
I don't know.
be. Yeah, I would hope so.
Where do they
I
make their
remember,
money? The soda machine, you know?
yeah, well, I think they charge you to get in, which probably all goes to the DJ, and then probably like a Red Bull or a soda is like $5 or something. I don't know how they were doing
That's
it,
so funny.
but they put it in like a glass, like you're at like a nice spot, you know. And then I think the place doubled as a regular nightclub like other nights. So there
You
was
like
like one
pretend
night
you're
a week.
drinking. That's so funny.
Yeah, but you're like
That's
grinding
hilarious.
on chicks. There's like, you know, all of the Little John Yin Yang. Dude,
Oh
Yin
my
Yang
god.
Twins had a run. Once I
Yeah.
once I get better at like sampling and beat making, I wanna redo some Yin Yang and some Little John and stuff. Just like remake the beats and
Yeah.
make it like a
Hell
tribute
yeah.
song or something.
I'm excited for your album now. I
Oh
I
heck
can't
yeah.
wait
I'll
to
send you an
like
early version of it too so you can hear it ahead of time. Yeah.
that'd be
Actually,
sick. Yeah.
let me see here because I was actually trying to come up with a date for it, and I think it would be a
Four
good time to
four
announce
four,
it.
dude. Four
That might
four.
be a little too early, but I was thinking I
I
know.
wanted to keep the four thing. Or
Oh damn.
414. What about
Wow.
414?
Actually, yeah,
That could
yeah,
be cool.
414 is the perfect. Or no, four. I could do four.
Or you could do
That's a
eight
Friday,
four.
right?
You could do 8-4 and then it's 444.
Well, so the original concept behind it was vinyls were 44 minutes back in the day. And it was like an A side
Mm,
22 minutes and a B side 22 minutes. And my album kind of has a feel of like an A side and a B side. And I wanted to throw
okay.
it back to like really putting out an album again because people are so anybody that you talk to online is probably gonna be like, avoid albums, do singles. But why avoid albums? I love a good album. Like what people are like, people's attention spans,
Preference.
they don't want to listen through the whole thing. I've been listening to Drake and
Whatever.
Party Next Door. I've been listening to that album straight through for like the last 2 weeks. And
Lady
I can
Gaga
play it
just
every
dropped an
day.
album.
Yeah, and if it's good and it's playable all the way through, like that's a classic album, right? So like that's what I want to do is put out like a bodies of work and art. You know what I'm saying? Not just like, oh, I'm gonna keep releasing singles and shoving them down people's throats.
I feel
Maybe if you
like
like the single, check out the album. That's what I'm hoping.
yeah, I feel like if you obviously have more songs in an EP, then you have the album, and then the purpose of the single is to attract you, like as a
Yeah, it's like
snippet
a
to
promotion
the
for the album, right? Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
And
Yeah,
and kind of what I've always done is like three singles and then drop the album, you know. But
yeah, that makes
I don't
sense.
know. I don't know if there's any formula that really works unless you have money for ads. Like that's the only thing that I can see that really works. And then word of mouth too.
Mhm.
Like every time I do a show, I make friends and fans. Like
Yeah,
it's guaranteed. And they're real people that are gonna like show support. Not like somebody that accidentally clicked on your link because it was like shown to them 10 times, you know?
yeah, that makes
I feel
sense.
like the marketing online is just so like impersonal. Like I don't know if that's a word, but not personal.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
I'm just like, but I need to get more comfortable too, like talking into the camera and be like, "What's up, y'all? I'm Miles Kelley." Like, so people know who I am, how I talk, my personality. Because I've had people that are like, "Oh, I thought you were an asshole before I met you." I'm like, "Why?" Like, "Oh, I heard a
Well,
song where you're saying something about somebody was an energy vampire," and I'm like, "Ah, shit, that's one of my favorites."
hopefully, when you as you start making and coming up with music videos, you can just
Yeah,
they
more of my
capture like
personality will
more
show
of your
through, and
personality.
yeah, my live performances too. I got like 6 videos from the last show and shows more of my personality, my crowd work, and just
Or
like
you just
I'm
doing
having
more
fun.
podcasts, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I'll join you again for when you're in the hundreds, you know, like
Yeah.
episode 100 and higher, you know, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. Because like that's
Or
how people like know about me or follow me, you know, like they liked maybe I said something funny and they're like, all right, cool, I might follow this and maybe listen to a
right,
podcast. And obviously not every guest everyone's gonna like. So that's
right,
why
right.
it's like I you know, and my friend noticed, she was like, you have a lot of guy friends. But I
Uh,
was like, yeah, I'm trying to get more girls on, but
yeah,
I also
if you need a recommendation or something, I know some cool people. Even a girl
yeah,
that
for
I just
sure.
graduated with, she worked for 50 Cent and she's like really good friends with CeeLo Green. She'd be a cool person to interview. She was like a massage therapist for a long time. She became an audio engineer. So
That's dope.
just
Yeah, for
yeah, she was
sure.
like a tour manager slash massage therapist slash she would run social media kind of stuff for them, I think. I don't know. She's really interesting people. So
That's sick. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. I'm
thank you.
always open to suggestions. And out here we have just a plethora of people, you know, but it's sometimes scheduling is like the only issue, you know.
Right. And
Yeah.
also, if you want to take it even a step further, I don't know why I didn't think about this, but like maybe one of the instructors from my school, who's a female, there's a
Oh, that
lady,
would be cool.
she runs the Female Audio Engineer Society or whatever, and she's one
That
of
would
our
be
teachers.
sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would probably be more up your alley. She's very well established. Like, yeah, and
that's
great,
sick.
great. She really knows her stuff, and she can explain it really well, and has has a great life story. She's been all over the world, working with people. So
Yeah, see, that's what I love. People with really good or interesting life too.
right,
That
right.
that's awesome. You have
Yeah, we'll
any
have to we'll have to do another show so I can tell you more about my
oh
life because
yeah.
it's been wild. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any final advice or words for any upcoming artists or anyone that's like maybe wants to dive into like going to school for music production?
Yes. For the artist, just keep following your dream. If you have a passion and you have a dream, there's a reason for that. You can do it. So don't ever give up on yourself. Don't let people tell you what you can or can't do. It's not up to them, it's up to you. And your thoughts become things. Law of attraction. Think about what you want. Don't worry about it. Don't doubt it. Just let it happen. And for audio engineers or people interested in audio, I definitely recommend the Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences. It's in Phoenix. They have a Tempe campus and a Gilbert campus. You'll learn like a little bit of everything there. You might find out that you love working on movie or video games audio more than studio or live sound. So who knows? Chase your dreams. FAFSA is free. You can get into college for free, basically. So do it. Love
Awesome.
yourself. Thank
Awesome. Thank you, Miles Kelley, for joining us. And thank you guys again for watching
you.
Lucy's Paradise podcast. Please like, subscribe, and then follow Miles Kelley on Spotify.
Yes, thank you so much, guys.
Yay!
Thank you for
All
having
right.
me.
Yeah,
Much
you're
love.
welcome.